Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Preppers, where we take a look at the in-game news for Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and talk about the events that are going on this week and how to get ready for them based on what we know about the Japanese version of the game and what we can kind of like predict and expect about the global version of the game. Usually with an emphasis on like gearing your units with like killer materia and abilities and weapons and things that are going to help them do damage to certain races of enemies. But as we're going to see this week, there's really nothing to prepare for. And so instead, what I thought we would talk about is how to kind of like take the content that we are getting this week and maybe put it to good use. So let's talk a little bit about where that content is coming from and what that content is to kind of like give frame of reference for our discussion and why I'm talking about what I'm talking about. So basically, if you look at the news, there's a bunch of campaigns and stuff, and there are summons, but there are no actual events. So if you scroll down, the last event that was updated was like April 1st, which is Clash of Wills. There's no upcoming content like event-wise that's happening this week. Instead, what we have is this campaign, the April Crest Pass. So if you open it up, it does say there's a get a Neo Visions unit, Wing of Destiny Stern, and his awakening materials from tier rewards. You can go ahead and keep on playing Cradle of the World, as well as an event that's opening on the 18th to get milestones that are going to get you upgrade materials and other stuff. So sure enough, if we scroll down, we see that on the 5th, once you get the 5th crest, you get Wing of Destiny Stern. Along the way, you're getting some fragments for him, as well as Lapis Replica and other stuff, including some real Lapis, which is kind of nice. Now there's also a bonus side. So like if you buy the pass, the pass holder thing, then you can get more fragments. We'll talk about that in just a second. But basically all that means is that everybody's getting a free Neo Visions Plus unit, Wing of Destiny Stern. My understanding is that he's a light type physical attacker, and he's an SLB unit. So maybe that's useful for you, maybe that's not. But in my opinion, every player having access to a free Neo Visions Plus unit, even if it's not a great one, is a good thing. So here's a couple of things that are worth talking about and noting. They say that he gets his SLB, at EX1. Usually units get a vision card at EX1 if they are not premium. My understanding is that he is not a premium unit, but it does not say that he gets his vision card here, which makes me think maybe the vision card is being like omitted for some reason, like he doesn't have a vision card, or they just accidentally omitted it from the news. I'm not sure, but I know that in the JP version he did have a vision card, but there is not one here for some reason. Instead, we are getting 10 NB Type B tickets, the purple ones. You're getting 10 of those. So at EX1, you get a guaranteed free Neo Vision unit. And some metal gigantars. He gets his SLB, which is boosting attack and LB damage, reducing defense and light resistance, and dealing light damage to the enemy. Which is, it's cool, as expected, right? He's a light damage dealer. So there you go. At EX2, he gets his STMR, of course, and a 1/10 red Neo Vision summon ticket, just like normal. Then EX3, he gets his EX ability and another stack of 10 purple tickets to get another guaranteed Neo. So just for getting up to EX3, you're getting 2 Neo Vision units and an STMR, and his EX ability, which is right here, which is 500 attack or Blessing of the Crystals category units, which my understanding is that there are quite a few of those that are in the Neo Vision Plus category. So pretty cool. His TMR and STMR are both decent. The STMR has a Human Killer on it, and the chest piece, the TMR, has Demon Killer on it, as well as some reasonable stats, pretty high stats for the weapon as well. And then all the normal Neo Visions Plus stuff, right? So like surpassing limits, and then some abilities and whatever. So free unit. You know how I feel about free units. I feel like once we have a free unit available, like kind of they're available for like budgety type clears and like options to like for average players to use. So the fact that we're getting a free Neo Vision Plus, whether he's good or not, I think is a nice thing for them to do for us. I am disappointed that we're not getting any of the content that would go along with him. So like I know that the War of the Visions content usually comes with like a farming event or some challenges and stuff like that. And this was true in JP, that they had a bunch of stuff that just does not seem to be present for us here in global, unfortunately, and that's really disappointing. And that's not that surprising because we know from the monthly bulletin that there was not seemingly any event this week. Whether we were prepared for it or not, it is disappointing to me as a player. So getting Stern for free as a consolation, maybe that's good, maybe that's not. He is going to be time limited. He's not going to be available for tickets. It's just like Gladiolus was, several months ago. Only way to get his fragments is through logging in, playing the event, and doing like some bundles and special things like that. So we'll talk about that here in just a moment. So let's talk about it now. Why not? So your path to getting him to EX3 is to play through the April Crest to get all of the main rewards here, right? You could also, that's going to get you 1 copy of Stern and 100 fragments, aka EX1 Stern for free just from playing the event. If you buy the Crest Pass, the bonus Crest Pass, you get an additional 100 fragments. So just for buying the Crest Pass, now you are at Stern plus 200 fragments, aka you've got EX2 with a little bit extra. So that alone is going to be probably pretty good for most players, but if you're really serious about wanting to get an additional, the rest of the fragments to get them up to EX3, they do have some other options. If you go here to special bundles, we see that there is one here that has 50 Stern fragments as well as another stack of 10 Neovision Plus or Neovision Type B tickets. And we don't know the prices on these yet, but there's 50 more. And then another one here, Wing of Destiny Stern Special Chest, that has Lapis, a copy of Stern, which can be fragmented into 50 fragments, and then some TMRs and STMRs, which is a nice bundle of stuff. I'm curious to know what the prices are on these, but that'll get you up to EX2 plus an additional 150 fragments, which means you only need 50 more to get EX3, which you may be able to get from VIP coins or just putting him in the fragment dungeon to run that every day and try and get him to EX3. So I feel like you've got a couple options if you want to go all the way. If you don't want to go all the way though and just want to do EX2, again, all you have to do is just play the event, do the April Crests, and then get your 100 fragments, and then just do one more of one of those options, either doing the Crest Pass and then one of those special bundles, and you've got EX2 right away. It's not that big a deal. Then you can put him in the fragment dungeon, earn the rest of the way, or just keep him at EX2. But I think that getting them to EX2 is probably going to be good for a lot of players, especially if you're lacking, a solid damage dealer, a light damage dealer, or something like that. As far as like why you might want to do this, let's say that you already have like a lot of the other components of the light team, things like Chains of Fate, Mireille, Prompto, some other light damage dealers, and you think that he might be a good fit, or if you've got like the vision cards that can give him a good light amp and things like that, or characters that can give him a good light amp. He really needs an external light amp, like most Neovisions Plus units do. But if you've already got a good light team going and you've got a free Neovisions Plus light unit, you might as well take advantage of it if you can. But this depends on me. For me, it depends on how much those bundles are going to cost, as far as like how far I'd be willing to go. Now, why should you bother getting EX2 Stern? 1, you get a faster SLB, and then 2, you get his STMR, which is a very high attack one-handed sword with bonus stats for him. And why should you go to EX3? Again, a faster SLB, and then you get that EX ability, which is 500 attack for Blessing of the Crystals category units. Maybe you don't have, Lastwell EX3 yet, and he has Blessing of the Crystals, so you could give him that ability. Now you got 500 more attack. There you go. So, getting him to EX3, depending on the price of those bundles, might not be that much money for people. Personally, I'd rather invest a little bit of money on a guaranteed something than just buying Lapis and kind of gambling on it. I would always rather purchase a specific stack of fragments or stack of something rather than having a chance at something. So for me, that's kind of better. But I don't like that they're trying to just sell you the unit and you're skipping all the content that would give you Lapis and things like that. So I have mixed feelings on it. I do want to see the prices on the bundles, but maybe I'll get into EX2. Maybe I'll get into EX3. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see. But as far as like actual content that's happening in the game, Stern is really it. So, think about what path do you want to take. Do you want to just do the path to EX2, or do you want to do the path to EX3? You decide for yourself. But he's a free unit that everyone's going to have, and I think that's a really good thing. As far as other news that they mentioned that the FFBE team is doing another live stream, number 78, and that's happening on Sunday, which is April 14th at 7 p.m. Pacific time. These are usually, I think these are fun. I think these are informative content. It's fun to kind of get some previews of the new unit. Lately, they've been doing a lot of talking about like previews and changes to Clash of Wills, and I'm really hoping that they continue to give us feedback and information about like any other changes to Clash of Wills. Like, are they going to continue with it? Are they going to scrap it altogether? Are they going to continue making changes to it? Like, I'd love to get some more information about what is happening next in Clash of Wills, just because that's kind of been interesting to watch the saga of how this past season has gone. And I just want to see what continues to happen. Now, they do say that Tony and Justin are going to be there, and they're going to be doing an activity where you can join in on the fun to make sure you watch live and enjoy it. Now, last month after the live stream, we did our beige carpet after party, which we always do. But this month, or last month, we did it live on YouTube. And there was a lot of confusion from some people who are kind of regulars over on the Twitch community, like wondering where the stream was because they didn't see me go live on Twitch, and there was just some confusion. So just so there is no confusion, beige carpet after party live stream review live happens on YouTube, not on Twitch. So if you're interested in that, if you want to come watch us discuss things live, I'm already putting my guest list together. If you want to watch us have that discussion live, definitely come over to YouTube. So if you're not subscribed on YouTube, and you want to get notified when that happens, make sure you're subscribed and click the bell and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to like do that whole thing, but there you go. Like, if you don't want to miss it, then make sure that you're subscribed and ready to go. I'll be posting like links to it in my Discord and other places where I normally post about that kind of stuff. And so make sure that you come by to watch that on YouTube, not on Twitch. That's where the live beige carpet after party happens. You have been warned. And we'll see you there hopefully shortly after the official live stream is done, so that we can talk about the upcoming content. I'm excited about it. I'm curious to see who the new unit's going to be, get some new information about the new boss and stuff like that. So I think it's fun. The last bit of anything that's here really to discuss is this United Forces Step Up Summon. So if you click on this right here, it shows you this step up summon with 6 steps, and it costs you 25,000 Lapis. So the units that are on banner for this are True King Noctis, Chains of Fate Mirai, Shrine Maiden Tsukiko, and Roberta and Ignitos. As far as those go, like, I'm only missing Noctis. So for me, pulling on this is kind of risky because I have a feeling with my luck, I would just get a bunch of Robertas and Tsukikos. And my Mirai is already EX2, so I do need more copies of her, but like, it's a little scary. Am I going to get Noctis along the way? Am I going to get Mirai, or am I just going to get Tsukiko the whole way? Who knows? But there you go. You can perform 1-step walk through this, and it's going to cost you 25k. Along the way, you get 7 guaranteed Neo Visions units, 2,000 Lapis replica, an Armory exchange ticket, Eraser Gigantar, Special Vision card at the end. And that Special Vision card at the end is this one right here, which is 170 attack and magic. And then for everybody who equips it gets an additional 70% or 80% attack and magic, LB damage 50%, and 100% physical and magic, beast and stone killer, that's a lot of stuff on just one ability here. If you are a light category unit, you get an additional 250 attack and magic. And if you are a Clash of Wills category as well, you get an additional 500 on top of that. So I went and looked. There are actually there's a handful of units who would care about this. So if you go to category and do like light and Clash of Wills, here you go. Just on my account alone, we've got Richt, we've got Deity of War Tyvis, we've got A2 and 2B, you've got the Addison Ray paid unit, and you got Chains of Fate Mirai. If I take just like Clash of Wills off of there, You know, you've obviously got a lot more category units, especially if we just filter out Neo Vision. There you go. You've got a whole lot more units. Now, some of them are going to be more valuable than others. But am I still looking at light category units? Yeah, light category units. Yeah, there you go. So you've got a handful there. Some better than others, but there are quite a bit of light category units in the game. And maybe this vision card could be good for them. But obviously, Clash of Wills units are going to be benefiting a lot from this as well. As far as whether or not I want to do it, this is tricky. I've got the Lapis for it because I've kind of been skipping stuff. I didn't pull for Xyrus. I didn't pull for Dark Fina. I didn't pull for the Esper of Destruction unit. So I've got a bunch of Lapis. I could very well pull for it. But I don't know. It's going to be there for a while. So maybe we'll... how long is this going to be here? This is until 4/24. So we'll definitely have like some news about what the new Clash of Wills unit is before this ends, right? Because that's starting on the 18th. So this will be here long enough for us to try and see what happens next, and maybe do both. I don't know. We'll see. I'm nervous about it though because of Tsukiko and Roberta. But the vision card's cool and all the perks are kind of nice. But as far as like whether or not I definitely want to do it, I'm kind of sitting the fence. But as far as like what the content is this week, the content is this banner and this free unit. And so it's kind of up to you to decide how you want to go after all that. And then, of course, the live stream and the true really awesome content, which is the Beige Carpet After Party happening on YouTube live, not on Twitch. Definitely come to YouTube and watch that. That's pretty much it. So there's no events to prepare for, no killers to discuss, no trials to try and show you or get ready for. And whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing is really up for discussion. But it is a thing, and so here we are with it. Might as well kind of think about the content that we do have and how to engage it, and that's what this video has been about today. So we will be playing something on Thursday. I'm still not quite done with Depths of Chaos yet, so I'll probably work on that on Thursday. But I'll definitely be doing something over on Twitch. That will be on Twitch. My normal live streams are on Twitch, and then we'll be getting ready for the FFBE live stream on Sunday. In the meantime, be good to each other. Take care, guys, and we will see you around, and hopefully see you on Sunday night in the live stream and in the live stream after party. See you later.